Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking weed.
I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake,
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
What we got's gonna turn your brain into shit.
Yeah, welcome to the new episode.
That's about right.
Yeah, that's from Tenacious D and the Pick of the Destiny.
Tenacious. I wasn't gonna sing.
30 seconds. You lasted 30.
Technically, he said shit, so we're already past that one.
Oh, fuck, you're right. 36 seconds.
So why don't I sing?
Are you ready for pain?
That's why.
Are you ready for suffering?
That's also why
Our listeners
I don't sing. So that I don't have to subject our listeners to pain and suffering. No matter how great.
I mean, 224 episodes.
Jesse the Body makes it seem. What?
I mean, we're 224 episodes in.
Yeah.
It's your fault. It's your fault. Be mad at yourself.
It's true. Shannon Sharp is right. So this week...
I'm Tyler.
I'm Jake. This week we're not doing...
This show is called Off Panel, Off Topic, by the way.
I fucking said it.
You son of a bitch. Shut up already.
So this week, it's going to be... We haven't done this in a while. And I'm okay with that. I like the fact that we...
I like that we've gotten back to books, too.
Yeah.
It gives me a reason to go to Jay's every week, and every time I go in there...
So I'm just saying, the books
all the people know me.
Here's what I'm saying. The books will be back next week. But this week, we're strictly just going to... Because there's so much TV we have to talk about. Because there's 5 episodes. There's 4 episodes in Gen V, and then there's an episode, the big episode of Peacemaker as we get ready for the next episode. But, yeah, so we're mostly going to be talking about those two things. I will say, though, I haven't had a chance to read it, but my local library, those still exist, folks. We should use them while we can.
Wow. Yeah. Yikes.
I'm starting to think we live in that Peacemaker reality is what I'm starting to feel like.
Well,
it's getting there. So anyway.
Yeah, when you have comedians you once looked up to taking money to go do a show in a country where
the bloodiest of
human
blood
rights
money. The bloodiest of blood
are the
money.
worst in the world. You know, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I feel like if a woman has been raped and she reports it, she shouldn't be murdered in public like they do in Saudi Arabia. That's just me. You know, I just feel like
bold takes, sir. Bold take.
Right? I might get some letters on that one. But that happens. That happens. Yeah. And
also remember
Dave Chappelle,
they killed an American.
Bill Burr.
They killed an American citizen, chopped him up into pieces.
Yeah, and
put
we
him
have
in a
audio
fucking
of it.
Briefcase.
We have audio of that shit. By the way, I don't know if you heard any of it, but it's horrific.
WWE will gladly take that fucking blood money and put WrestleMania there.
You know what, golfers, you fucking scumbags. Hey, Phil Mickelson, why don't you stop gambling, you fuck?
I want to clear this up. I want to make this very clear too, because this just happened too. It's amazing how it only took a little bit over 20 years for us to forget about 9/11 completely. Like Pete Davidson, he's literally pissing on his dad's grave.
Yeah. You going to the Saudi...
And then you have Electronic Arts, one of the biggest video game publishers in the world.
Going private.
$55 billion. So guess what?
By the way, a cash only.
So guess what, EA?
All cash.
Guess what, EA? You've lost my money. I love those college football games. I will never play them ever again as long as they're published by EA Sports. I will never touch a fucking EA title ever again.
I can't do Madden because I have a PlayStation 4. And if you think I'm going to pony up for a PlayStation 5, which has somehow gone up in price since it was released, it has gone up. Why? Why the fuck would I ever buy one? Oh, you should have bought it when it first came out. Now it's priceless. Fuck you. How about Sony? Why don't you suck on my balls?
Make it very clear. Fuck Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Fuck them all.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know. Time out. I want to be very specific. Fuck Prince Tutu Taiti Titty Fuck. I don't give a fuck whatever his name is.
The Crown Prince of Fuckface.
If you have people greet you as His Excellency, you have the smallest dick imaginable.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
And by the way, you do any business with Saudi Arabia, fuck you.
Yeah, you're off the list, man. You're off one list and onto another.
You know why? Because I don't support slavery. I don't
slaves
I don't support
in
the
Saudi
treatment
Arabia.
of homosexuals.
Nope.
I don't support the treatment of women. I don't support any of that fucking shit. And again, I had to say this again so you understand it.
Yeah.
They committed 9/11 on us, and then they killed an American citizen and chopped him up into fucking pieces.
Not only that, but the people that are in power right now in this country are trying to make us exactly like Saudi Arabia, where you can't criticize your own government. And fuck that fucking noise. And before we move on, fuck you, Pete Hegseth, you fucking drunk piece of shit adulterous. Fuck. Are we done?
Sorry.
We're
we're too loud.
Yeah.
We're too loud.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. We're not saying sorry to the people. We're saying sorry to the people in the house with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's too loud and my son hears an F word, then that's bad. So
Yeah.
we're gonna tone it down.
You know what's really cool?
It's
just kindness and compassion. That's what's awesome.
Not saying naughty words is good. I apologize.
Not yelling a lot is also good.
Into the mic.
Yeah.
I truly am sorry to everyone.
You should always clean up your toys.
No, but the sentiment stands. It's really sad and pathetic that there are American citizens that are willing to sell out their morals for a paycheck. Yeah. And it's like David Cross said, what do you need it for? Bill Burr, you don't need the money. Dave Chappelle, damn sure. You got all that Netflix money, Dave. Why do you need this? And by the way, Bill Burr, since you love to be the ranty shithead and this hothead, you should shut the fuck up. Okay. Sorry, shut up.
No.
Sorry, stop talking. Because you have lost that right.
Yeah.
Because every bit of thing that you ever claimed to be and being like like against billionaires and everything like that, you are what you hate.
Yeah.
Because you sold out everything.
Aziz Ansari.
Sorry, we'll get off Saudi, so I stopped swearing so much.
Pete Davidson, Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle. I mean, I looked at the list and like you know what? I know that nobody.
Shout out to Shane Gillis. Shout out to Stavi. Shout out to Mark Maron for actually having morals.
Yeah, they actually doubled the bag, but yeah.
Sorry, I need to.
So
we gotta get out Saudi, man. It just frustrates me. It really does because it's stupid. It's pathetic.
No, before
just shows you greed runs everything in this world.
Before we get on this, I want to make sure that every one of you, nobody cares and listens to our show, but Mo Amer, Aziz Ansari, Wayne Brady, Scum, Bill Burr, Hannibal Buress, Dave Chappelle. Apparently, everybody's cool with Louis C.K. again. Not surprised there, right? I'll bet you they were like, "Hey Louis, what do we need to get you?" And he was like, "Just women to hang out in my room and have to watch me masturbate." Whitney Cummings, she sucks. Pete Davidson,
already sucked before that.
Yeah. Chris DiStefano, Omid Jalili, Gabriel Iglesias. So that's fluffy. So go eat shit. Kevin Hart. I'm not surprised with all the fucking gambling websites.
Fuck you,
Ben Hart, Jim Jeffries. I'm really upset about that one. Jim Jeffries.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Fuck
man.
you, dude. Jimmy Carr.
I didn't really like Jimmy Carr that much. Anymore.
Maz Jobrani. Joe Coy. I don't really care.
I'm honestly surprised Joe Rogan didn't go.
Right. Jessica Kirson. Bobby Lee. Sebastian.
Bobby Lee.
Yeah. Sebastian Maniscalco. Sam Morrill, Mark Normand, Russell Peters.
Yeah, Mark Normand's sad too.
Jeff Ross, Andrew Santino.
Jeff Ross, why?
Yep, exactly. Andrew Schultz,
Santino,
Tom Segura.
Well, I hate Tom Segura.
Yeah, Ali Sadiq, Aries Spears, Sugar Sammy, Chris Tucker. Not surprised.
Ugh. He hung out with Epstein.
Yeah,
Tucker did.
Yeah, Jack Whitehall and Zarna Garg. Why do you think he found Christ? Because he was like, I can't live with myself because I used to do this to...
We'll get off this topic now, but like truthfully, that's going to be a part of the episode. Like,
but all of you are scum, and all of
pathetic.
you are off the list of ever listening to you and anything you ever have to say anything again, because everything that comes out of your shitty mouth
bullshit.
Is tainted by blood money that you accepted. I hope that the lap of luxury when you landed and then got to your hotel and then got to the gig and then got back to the hotel and then left, I hope that lap of luxury for that amount of time was worth however many people were being murdered while you were there.
And
while you were there.
And they're probably being hung by their heels in that arm of a prison named after that fuckface that paid you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why don't you just take a look at that reflection and ask yourself, was it really worth it? Was it really worth it?
And make sure that when you do look at your reflection and ask yourself, just make sure you say to yourself, it doesn't matter because I already made this horrible choice.
Which, by the way, that hospitality, those people probably aren't even paid. Those are slaves.
No. In fact, if they do something wrong and you tell anybody about it, they're murdered. Hands cut off.
Yeah.
Caned in public.
And you said, I'll pretend that doesn't happen. And
you know what, though?
Paycheck.
That house in Malibu is looking sweet. And with all those fires, the real estate prices are dirt cheap.
And just to wrap this all up.
Yeah.
You lose the right to be a comedian when you forfeit your free speech to a government. Mm-hmm. If you are a true, honest to God stand-up comedian and you are told you go to this venue, you can't criticize the bar, you can't criticize the owner, you can't criticize this, you can't criticize any of these things, and then we'll pay you a large amount of money. Now put that on a scale of that bar owner is, someone who hangs people by their heel. Like the point is, like if you can't make fun of Saudi Arabia and make fun of its government and make fun of that guy, which is what your job is. Mm-hmm. You talk so much game about being truth to power. We're the modern day truth tellers. No, you're not.
No.
You're whores.
Not anymore.
You're whores. That's what you are.
The only way that this will be worth it
comedy whores
is if you all like somehow stage like some sort of like rebellion and like all say a bunch of stuff on stage that you're not supposed to. But I know you won't, and I don't really want you to because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't make it out of the country alive. And no matter how terrible I feel about you, I definitely don't want any harm to come to you. So you're over there. You better mind your P's and Q's because you can get just thrown in prison for no reason too. Because guess what? You're not even a citizen over there, and they don't even treat their citizens. There are people in their country who aren't even citizens. Can we pause for a second?
So we're actually gonna just jump into
that leads us right into from one dystopian country in real life. We're gonna move to a dystopian entire dimension.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen last week's Peacemaker, stop and maybe move past. Because honestly, by now you should know
we're only gonna be talking about the spoilers.
We don't. We used to do spoiler-free stuff, but then we were like, hey, we don't do it like the next day or even that night. So it's like by the
everybody's
time,
had spoilers.
Probably.
Just real quick.
But we both did call where it was going.
I want to say
good on us.
It's kind of crazy that we having Peacemaker and Gen V back to back like this because
when does Gen V come out? Every week.
Wednesday. Okay. So we'll still be behind one episode, but we're all caught up.
Yeah.
We both watched all 4 episodes. But anyway, it's just crazy to have these come out at the same time because both of them are telling similar stories. And I had this conversation with someone. I thought what's interesting is like you can judge the time we're in by the art that's being presented. And I was just like, guys, here's what we've been trying. Artists have been trying to warn you guys about this for decades.
Yeah.
It's here.
Yeah.
So now that it's here, we've got to be more obvious and point it out and be like, guys, this is where we're headed.
Duh.
And that's what both these shows do. So let's talk about Peacemaker first. I love it because I watched it Thursday. I watched it the night it came out. I watched it right before bed. So I didn't want to text you anything because I wanted you to experience it because you watched it I think Friday or Saturday.
Let's go. First, let's talk about how awesome it was to have a lot of vigilante.
Can I just say?
And double.
Can I ask you the question before we get into it? We have the Tyler filibuster here, so truthfully, tell me, is this the episode that kind of brought you back in? And we're like, okay, he's cooking. James is cooking here. Is this finally the moment? Is this finally the episode? Because I've been riding with this season all season long. I'm digging it. I think you're conflicted.
I truly think James Gunn could have used his time and talents on something else.
Ooh. Wow.
While I am enjoying it more than I did at the beginning of the season, we both called where it was going. We both called it.
Yeah.
There was something
because it made the most sense narratively.
There was something wrong about it. Again, look, I get that you were super into the glam metal. I can't, James. I just can't. I'm
no. Be
so
honest.
tired of you and your everything I like is what you like too, because it's in a movie that I made that you like. No, I don't fucking like all that stuff, dude. I don't.
Does it really bother you that?
Yes, it really. Halloween fucking sucks.
Oh my god.
Sucks. Don't ever have. It's not funny when there's a character going, them and the Beatles.
That is funny.
No, it's not.
Yes,
because
it
you know
is.
what? Because there are people who actually think that.
Well, fuck that. Who cares? Why do you care, you snob? So you don't like the music. Does that really take away from the show for you? Does it really?
When it's every song, yes, a little bit. A little bit.
Okay.
I did like, again, I liked a lot of the Vigilante. I liked...
No, I mean, I can understand the music not being your thing.
It was just another episode. There was a great Tim Meadows moment where he comes and sits down and is like, alone. Like, oh.
The best part is and I bet he just let it roll and see how long he would do that before Grillo would just be like, "Are you serious? Get out of here."
I've heard rumors that G.I. Robot might show up, which would be cool.
I think James Gunn confirmed he's not in it.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah,
but I know what you're talking about because people were asking him about it.
I don't know where we're going with this. I know that to me, like, one of the things that came through Chris's mind was, hey, there's a Rick Flag Jr. here who's alive. If I bring him back to my own universe, then everybody will forgive me for what I did because he's alive again. But what I don't know if that's on his mind or not, because the Rick Flag Jr. in the other universe is such a pussy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, nobody would ever...
He's not the same.
Nobody would ever be like, oh, same guy. So, but I thought that was what part of his thought process was. And it just... I remember thinking, especially during the episode when he has to go up against the people doing the bomb, I remember thinking, I'm like, I haven't seen anybody who's not white.
I never really noticed that until you, and then I saw it, may have seen it in like a TikTok or a YouTube short, and then you brought it up, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I never noticed that.
But yeah,
they're all white people.
I didn't want to bring it up because I was like, I really don't want to go there, you know?
Yeah.
But of course he did, and so now, but it's in the comics.
And you know what? Quite honestly, yes, it is Earth X in the comics, and dude, it was so funny because of how smart. Dude, I cannot. And I imagine you probably are. For you, it's even better. It warms the cockles of your heart. To just
talk about my
to see like that. Comics are there's so many people, and it's so mainstream at a level that like not everybody reads comics, but a lot of people have a baseline knowledge, and that's what he was trying to say when he was making the DCU. Mm-hmm. Because the simple fact that people at like I don't know episode 4 or 5 were like, oh, I bet it's Earth X. Even to points where Jennifer Holland was asked questions about it, and she had to like fake it out and be like, "Oh, is that in the? I'm not sure. Is that in the? Like she's just like, and everybody in the comments were like, you know, it's your husband. He, like and it is in the comics. Blah blah blah." And it was just funny because he's had an interview after that episode, and he said that like, he's like, it's just funny because people predicted it, and then because he had a conversation because. There's been set leaks of Clayface. Oh. And they asked if he was upset about it. And he's like, yeah, they thought about changing it to CG to throw people off and whatever. And then he's like, I thought like that was silly. He's like, what? Is there going to be any change to our box office if we make that CG versus actually having good practical effects? Like, get the practical effects. And like, so like he, I think, is at a point where he's like, I think he loves the fact that the audience is smart, but he's still keeping it close to the chest for people that maybe not know where the story's actually going and things like that. But like, wait, I love the fact that people knew where this was going. But even then, to see it happen, it was still, and how it was presented was still like, holy shit. Because I watched it on Thursday. And I had to sit with that because I'm like, I wanted him to just have a reaction to when he sees it, and I don't know if he's seen it yet.
Well, I watched two episodes in a row.
So it's kind of like chicken to be like, So, when you texted me like, holy shit, it went there, and I was like, yeah. And I think again, how it was presented was shocking. I was like, damn. Like because did it click for you? Because when she said I was going for a walk, I'm like, oh fuck.
I knew I knew she shouldn't go alone, but not because of that necessarily. But then, when it all started happening, like people were looking at her and it was like.
And then I started thinking like, oh my god, there's only white people.
Oh no.
But dang.
Oh no. One got out.
One got out implies there's that's where the other people of color are. Like, that's
my God.
That's horrifying.
I
know. And again, you judge where we are by the art that we presented.
Look, nobody on that side listens to the show, but if you are, I need you to understand, if you're okay with people in power removing folks that they don't like, there's nothing stopping them, no matter how cool you are with it, there's nothing stopping them from disappearing you. And you won't know, and it'll just happen. And that is why, no matter how angry I get about that stuff, I don't want anybody disappearing.
No, nobody deserves that.
No. I just want people to stop.
Nobody deserves also.
I just want people to fucking. They are coming out and saying exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
And we're still like, well, you know what though? This show is on tonight. So it's like, okay, man, fucking great, dude. No, it's fine. No, let's just let it happen. It's fine. Just let it happen. I don't care.
So
sorry.
I'm really interested to see where these next couple episodes go.
How many episodes?
Crazy. I think there's only like 2 left, maybe 3.
What was this, 5?
6.
Really?
Ignorance is Chris. So I think there's only like 2 or 3 more episodes.
I kind of hate all the titles that he gives, but Ignorance is Chris was pretty good.
It's the same as the first season with puns.
Yeah, I know. It's too cutesy. It's talk about somebody who smells their own fucking farts. James fucking
Here we
Gunn,
go
dude.
again. It's the weekly Tyler bitches about Peacemaker segment.
No, it's the weekly Tyler bitches about James
Vigilante
Gunn segment.
Vigilante was great this episode.
Yes.
There's a fucking part where he goes, "No, I'm you." Oh, it's even more haunting is when he says he's laughing and like, Dad's not gay in this dimension. It's kind of you laugh, but then you immediately go, oh yeah, because he can't be out in this universe. Because you can't be gay in this universe. I was like, fuck. It's like when I think through that again, you know? And then he gets down to the basement and then he sees himself and he just goes, I'm you from another dimension. And without hesitation, are you fucking kidding me? Like, we Spider-Man me.
Yeah, and like over and over again. Yeah.
Like that. Then that was great. And then him. And then I love the constant that Vigilante is not a racist piece of shit. Because he's like, I fucking hate Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I'm like, of course he would, because it's the racist Peacemaker, you know, like the one that doesn't get changed. And like, yeah, no, I'm honestly really excited to see where this season's going.
It's gonna be crazy.
I think. Well,
stick along for the raid.
Whoa! What did you think?
Don't yell at me
when Rick Flag said he was going to Belle Reve? Did you immediately think it was going to be Lex?
No. But I did like that. I did like that whole exchange.
Oh, and I love the fact they're like, "Well, Lex is in Peacemaker, so he could say fuck." So, because he said, and people are so funny. Again, people are so smart to like look for Easter eggs because they think that the people that he's referencing are Killer Croc and Dr. Phosphorus. Because technically, Dr. Phosphorus would be in Belle Reve. So. But so I think that's kind of interesting.
What one dude fucking the other dude?
The butt fucking the twink.
The bear?
Yeah.
King Croc is not a bear.
It doesn't necessarily mean like a bear, like a grizzly bear. Are there bears in it? Like, who is there a bear?
Anyway. Yeah, that whole exchange was really entertaining.
And a nice way to keep like tying it together because we knew that they were going to connect that to Superman in some way because of the dimensional, the pocket universe.
Well, of course he's going to have like a tracker for that.
Why wouldn't he?
He's the Tony Stark in the DCU, except for he's evil.
Yeah.
So expect him to stick around for a while.
Yeah, more of Nicholas Hoult on screen as Lex Luthor is great. So it was cool and a nice little touch. I also heard that Cornsweat was pissed that he couldn't cameo because he wanted a cameo on the show, but he's like, it just didn't fit. And I'm like, I don't know if Superman showing up on this show would work when you have flopping penises in the first episode. But then that's the thing of like that's because these were both filmed at the same time. So there's like literally like that's why I think Greg Mottola does like 2, 3, 4, and then James Gunn's done 1 and 6. I think he does the rest of them. I'm not sure. But
speaking of big flopping dicks.
Well, hold on now. Right before we get there.
I'm almost there. Jesus. Did you say that?
Yeah. I gotta say, John Cena is still really, really good in this. Like he continues to carry a lot of emotional.
He is quite a guy.
He is a human being. Who do you think is the head of the Sons of Liberty? Where is Superman? Where are the other heroes?
See, I'm willing to bet that they
They're
somehow got tricked. Somehow, like all of them at once, and so they're all dead. So that's why it's only like Vigilante and just humans. I don't know who. I don't know. Okay. I don't want anybody. I don't want to go into this next episode or any of the last episodes expecting to see some
like
wild cameo.
Dark Side or some shit.
So I don't want to. I just don't.
Just trying to enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
Because you get burned when you do that. You take away from that experience.
That being said, Mr. Miracle would be fucking dope as fuck. We've never seen him in live.
I've heard that. I'd have to look into it, but I thought I saw that they're gonna make like an animated thing based
they should
on
make
that Tom King series, which would be amazing.
They should make a Mr. Miracle, like not sitcom, but like
sitcom.
No, not like that, but
I think it's gonna be a series like
along those lines, where it's like it's him and Barda, and Oberon lives in the house with them, and like that's like the whole like show is them like doing stuff.
But he hates Oberon.
Fuck you.
But he hates him because he got what he should have had. You think Scott wanted to live on Apocalypse? Do you think you wanted that?
All right.
It was a foul trade in a foul game.
So, speaking of big flopping dicks,
we're going to see parademons.
We're going to see parademons. Big old flopping
Gen
dicks.
V!
Gen V, I was referring to the moment in episode 3, I think, where Little Cricket is running after the spray painter and runs into the men's locker room.
A lot of dicks in that sequence. Again, a lot of male nudity nowadays. I respect it. I'm just saying, you usually just saw titties.
Look, we've seen titties for long enough.
I'm just saying
dicks.
equal nudity for everyone. Anyway,
let's start off with
again, much like season 1, you and I don't think had a ton of You and I were like, "Oh shit, this is coming out!" Like you and I forgot it was even coming out. So you and I,
I'm kind of just gearing up for The Boys' final season,
Yeah, and like I had no expectations, and after watching that 4th episode, I'm like, "Wow, I really am enjoying where this is going." And
let's start from the top, and let's talk about the guy who plays Cypher.
He's so good.
Best actor you could have gotten for him.
He's so
he is
dry.
Somehow so sinister. Like he scares me. You know what I mean?
Because he's the smartest guy in the room, and you think you have something over on him, and he's like, "Oh, did you get a good angle?"
Well, now we know why he knows everything is because he's a super powerful telepath.
Yeah. Stronger than what we've seen with Victoria. Stronger than what we'd seen before in the show.
So he's unstoppable.
Well, he can literally take over someone else's body and make him a meat puppet, as he says.
Well, that's how.
By the way, spoilers for the first 4 episodes.
That's how. Because there are times like where he seems to be like, oh well, he caught you with cameras and stuff. But there were other times where it's like, how the fuck did he know that? Yeah. And how did?
But he
knew about Odessa because she was thinking about it. Duh.
Yeah, it's smart writing. We're kind of gonna bounce. We're gonna bounce all over the place for the first 4 episodes. But I love. He's so good and so ridiculously dry and witty and evil, and just a really good, like, someone you just love to hate and you want to root against. And
every note, like, there's moments where he just, like, loses his shit. It's rare, but when he does, you're like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're like...
You don't get to... Like, when he freaks out, he's like, you don't get to choose!
Yes.
Like, freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. This isn't a choice. Like...
I really like the direction the show is going, and I do want to say before we move on to anything else that the point of this show is to say to everybody, you are beautiful and useful and worthy all by yourself. You don't have to be something else. You don't have to pretend to be something else. You don't have to dress up a certain way. You don't have to do any of that shit. You don't have to whatever, da-da-da-da. Whatever you want to be, you are beautiful and you are unique and you're special. Having said that, we're in the situation in our country and our world right now because of social media turning us all into individuals fighting each other for the most likes. And it's disgusting. How long until we start seeing YouTube fights of influencers to see who gets knocked out of the influencer rankings? You know what I'm saying? It's not long off.
Yeah.
So, having said that, it is great that we are getting such a powerful message of you are good and you are special all on your own, no matter what you've done, whatever. But I also want to make sure that we all understand that because you're special, so is everybody else. And that means that's a responsibility for all of us to care about each other. Now, I'm going to get off my soapbox. I just wanted to say that because overall, like when she says to her when they're about to, do it and she's staying a girl, she's like, okay, like this. And she's like, whatever you do is fine.
Yeah.
And right before the fight where she's like, I love you. And, like there are so many moments like with the fucking girl with the pubic hair. You know what I mean? Where she's like, you're like that for her.
Well, and that's the thing is I thought
that was such a powerful fucking moment, dude, where little Cricket was finally told, like, you are exactly what that other person did for you. You are that now.
Yeah.
And be proud of yourself because you kick ass. Little Cricket is the best part of this fucking show.
Oh, yeah. She's the beating heart of the show. She's always been the beating heart of the show. And it just kind of shines through in these first batch of episodes. And... yeah, I thought about that too with the first season. I remember you and I both were talking about like it was such a weird, interesting contrast where it still had that brash, hardcore satire and violence and things that you would have from the boys' universe, but
a lot of splattered blood.
But
the whole
also a story that is, like you said, is about accepting each other for who you are and loving the person and all their flaws. And
we can get rid of the bee lady any fucking time, dude. That chick is gross.
Yeah,
I love how they made into a jar. Honey, you want? No.
They made a just repugnant soup that is the social media, like the PR person.
Of course.
Yeah, I just yeah. But I wanted to talk about that a lot. I think, to be quite honest, the entire cast is just a powerhouse performance all over. Like I think what's impressed me the most about this show is just how much I really do.
How many dicks they cram into every episode?
How much I really care about these characters. That's what I was going to say. Like you talked about, you are, she has that moment with Jordan when she says, whatever you choose.
Anything you do is okay with me or whatever.
And those other episodes, there's that episode where she visits a close family friend that she used to call an aunt, and just her throwing it back at her, where she's talking about, she's like, she stayed with you, she lived with you. She's talking about her sister, and she's like, I've wanted to see her, and she's like, she doesn't want to see you, she's afraid of you. And then she has that moment of being like, I was scared, and what happened, she starts to, she's like, you murdered them, and she goes, see, that's the point, you don't fucking understand, because you said I murdered them. I had my period. That's all that happened, is I had my period. Everything that happened to me was because of my parents.
Because of the Gen V.
Because they injected me with a drug. They were the victims of their own demise. She's like, I literally just, it's rough. It's fucking good. And it's so well acted where, there's a moment I'm sitting there watching it, and there's just a beat of absolute silence. Mm-hmm. And it's just like so deafening. And then they go back into it where she leaves, and it's just like, there should not be this much emotional depth to a show in a universe where a guy is was inside another man's penis at one point.
Oh, let's not forget about the dude who was up another dude's ass.
Exactly. That's what I think is so insane about this show. Like, dramatic,
or the fucking
great character moments, and then
there's a guy sucking kegs up his ass. And then she punches him, and he.
Yeah. I'm gonna get pink eye.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's how you do get pink eye.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's what I mean. That's the great thing about the show. Where it has those moments of insane, gross out, gore.
Let's talk about the Deep and talking his shit with the black dudes in the room. Proud white Southern, and they're just like,
that was so good.
We're here.
The cameos. I want to say Starlight's cameos. Well, first of all, let's go back. Dog Sniff. Or Dog Knot.
You're gonna have to pay for those, dude.
Dog Knot, the bounty hunter. He comes. Great. So the introduction of this character, we literally have a guy like on all fours, like a wolf, like sniffing the ground. He sees a dog and goes, "Hey, it looks beautiful." And then she like barks at him and leaves, and he calls her what, a cock tease?
Bitch cock tease.
Like he's like he thinks he's a real, and he's just guy's like, "Hey, Dog Knot, I love your show, Dog Knot the Bounty Hunter. I mount bitches for justice." And he's like sniffing a bag of chips and licking it. You're gonna have to pay for that.
Pay for that, dude.
Yeah. And then so like him showing up, he finds Miranda. They have because she like protects some Starlighters who are getting harassed. And then Starlight's cameo was really cool and kind of just sets up where we're going in the season. But it's funny because they write it in that she's on the run because of everything that happened in the last season. So like she only pops in for that and then leaves. Which I imagine they probably filmed them around the same time. And then some of the other things are just kind of because we're kind of jumping around all 4 episodes, like just things that we really liked. I did love the fact that what was the Thor knockoff? What was his name? Oh God, Vicor. I love that dude because he's walking away. He does the jerks off the edge of the hammer, and then like the first thing of that. So like, it's the combat awareness clash or combat readiness clash or whatever, and he fucking smacks this dude and bends his spine on the wall.
He's gonna heal, probably.
But yes, I can't say enough about how fucking good that Cypher is in this. Like when like the first episode, he almost puts her hand in a fucking blender.
Yeah.
I was like, jeez.
Well, okay, so
Kate almost loses a
hand.
No. Her other hand.
Hang on. We're watching this, and he's making this blended drink.
Which was chicken,
right? I swear to God, he picks up a piece of KFC chicken and puts that in first.
He 100% did.
Okay.
I saw that too.
Because I was like, okay, everything else belongs but that. And I'm like, I swear to God, I thought we were going to see him like suck it up with his butt or something, and that's why he's got to like liquefy. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was going to be something gross, like his belly button opens up and that's how he feeds.
Oh, it's for his dad, I bet.
Oh.
Because his dad's in a cryogenic chamber.
Liquefied chicken.
Oh, dude, that's protein. He made it into a shake so he could like put it in a tube. Ew, I bet that's what it is.
I think it's Thomas Godolkin.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah. We're cool.
We figured it out. Even that
we only been country 3 days. We figure out already.
Understand American cinema
from Moscow.
Well, no, I thought that they were going that way too because they even took to the lengths of like even showing him.
Why did we do like a Russian thing? That was weird, right? Anyway, go back.
Why did you address it?
I don't know.
They wouldn't have known. We get a gaslight on our way
from Moscow. Great. Communists!
Got him.
Fucking nailed him. To the wall.
With my shotty.
Where they belong.
All
right.
Where do I go from there?
Where do we go from here? Now that all of our children are growing up. What?
I almost spit take.
Nice. I know better than a spit take. All right.
Yeah, it was the Jordan fight with Sam where they burst through the wall and then one guy was just sitting there like butt naked on all fours. And it's
Did you just see that? Yeah.
Someone broke through your wall, dude.
Yeah. You'd be pissed.
Or the scene where you just see the dude about to take a shit because she's stuck in the toilet.
Yeah, she finally grabs.
Saw an asshole as big as the sun.
Yeah, I was sitting there.
And of course, they go through the effort to see his balls from that angle as well.
So I had just gone to the mall, and my general schedule these days is I wake up at 4:30, I go in and do the radio show from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'm usually done by 9:15 or so I can just go home. So I'll go home and I'll take a nap. I try to eat like food, but not breakfast. So I take a nap from like 9 to 11 or so, 11:30ish, and then I go and get lunch. And I'm generally pretty hungry by the time I get my lunch because all I've had for breakfast or whatever is like a thing of yogurt and whatever. So I go to the mall, I get Charlie's like the beef, the hot beef sandwiches. Like it's bacon and cheese and beef and lettuce and it's fucking delicious. And the fries are ranch and bacon bits. And I don't know.
Where are we going with this?
The reason why is I go and I realize, what am I going to watch when I get home? Oh, I haven't seen Gen V and we got to watch it for the podcast. So I get home and we know what the first scene is, where the shit's coming out of the guy's butt. Oh, not my butt! While I'm trying to eat my ultimate fries. With cheese sauce, ranch, and bacon bits on my fries. I'm like, yeah. And I literally said to myself, I'm like, I don't give a fuck what's going on the TV screen. I can hear it. I'm not looking at it. And I'm eating the fuck out of this sandwich, motherfucker. But it was tough. I forgot before I turned it on and I started mowing on my food. I was like, you better be prepared. Because there's a lot of gross shit and splattery shit in this show. And you're about to eat.
I laughed so hard though with the girl with the pubic hair. That turn.
She saved Little Cricket.
Yeah, I know, but I just like, it was a nice sentiment, but I was just like, that's so funny.
Bushmaster.
Yeah, but
fuck
yeah.
Dude, and here's something else we need to address too. Is that it is really, especially now. Look, I mean, it's always been this way. Really, society likes to portray a certain type of woman as the ideal woman, if you will. And with Instagram and social media and all of that stuff, like it's even worse now, and OnlyFans and stuff. I mean, I can't imagine being a young girl growing up in this society and having any sort of positive body imagery whatsoever, unless you have really great upbringing. Now, it's an extreme. Obviously, your superpower is being able to control your pubic hair. Right?
Yeah.
But how many, not just girls, but young people these days have issues with, how they look, how they, their faces, zits, whatever, all that sort of weight, things like that. It's an extreme, obviously, to be like, oh my God, I can control my pubic hairs. That's fucking weird. But it is indicative of like the things that young people are going through right now in our society and how hard it is to be proud of yourself and to maintain that sense of self, especially with everything going on around you. And God knows every day you're doing
and I think
shooting drills because every day you might get shot at school.
And you shouldn't let other people dictate how you feel about yourself. You shouldn't let other people make you not feel that your feelings are invalid and what you want is invalid.
Do you know why Madonna was popular back in the 80s?
Why?
Because at some point she said, I'm not going to give a shit about what people say. I am going to go and do my thing, and the more people say that's stupid or that's weird or that's dumb, I'm going to do more of that. Because
when you start making things for yourself and being yourself, people
Prince,
will love it.
Madonna, David Bowie.
There's gonna be people that love it or dislike it.
Yeah.
Like dislike it. That's just the way.
Dislove it.
Dislove it.
I'm gonna dislove your
people
ass.
Are gonna love it or hate it. That's just how life
yes.
is. And
but people are gonna talk.
Yeah.
And Madonna and a lot of I bring her up because at the time it was such a like, what is going on here? Like so many parents were like, I can't believe this. And it was so healthy for women to see for girls to see an empowered woman. Janet Jackson is another one. Whitney Houston, like these empowered women who were strong and independent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
and it's also interesting when you think about it because the cast is majority female too, and then there's the bi-gender characters as they say in the show, which I'm glad
I'm
they
not transtastic.
I love that they addressed that in this too. It's just like how stupid it is because it's not the same thing as a trans person. I'm glad the show addressed that. It's just like, well, no, Jordan is both. Jordan is
all the alt-right fucks when they were talking about season 1 were like, oh, it's a transgender superhero.
If anything, Jordan is more non-binary.
Yes.
Because Jordan is both.
Yes. Yes. She is absolutely more than anything non-binary. Yes.
It's that simple. We figured it out.
It's a they.
They, them.
Jordan is they, them, in rather than he, her, or he, him.
And like they say in the show, it's a different thing.
Hers.
It's still a different thing
him,
because
him, his.
Which you stop. It's important that the show address that and just be like, no, because don't take the wrong message from this show that trans people aren't these it's not these two people, it's the same person at each time, you know what I mean?
And you don't think the whole moment when they're all screaming fuck humans, you don't think that scared the shit out of me about how easily they can recruit people at colleges and shit. Fuck Democrats.
Can I just say,
right?
Following
how long until that happens?
The story of the girl that works at the coffee shop and following her and making them wear badges that say human on them,
and the dude who like just eye fucks her with his X-ray. Gross.
Yeah, disgusting. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it was so smart to have that as well and address that and just be like, this is how this again, guys. Judge our time by the art we're presented. Like, this is where we're heading. If you don't wake the fuck up,
if you're watching the show and the people who are like pro soups in this show, those who you think is a good guy, you need to rethink your life. Because they are not the good guys. And they are the bad. The guy who steals the scone and tells her that he's going to fuck her up.
And you know what else?
The poster, that is not the good guy.
You want to talk about themes? You know what else?
Cypher's not the good guy, yeah.
You know what I love about this? I love having Bushmaster and the other girl with the tail. I don't
know what her name is. Chameleon?
And Cricket having their own little thing.
The tail's just really annoying.
And having their own little team and having that moment of being like,
yeah.
You need, when this, something like this is happening, whether you are with the oppressing class or the oppressing race or whatever you want to say, they're the ones that have to say, we need to step up and fix this because we have powers. We have something they don't have. We can give them the advantage, And that's what I love about, that's what I'm saying is so refreshing about Gen V versus the boys is you don't really end up liking a lot of those characters when you watch the boys, but these are actually heroes. These are the good soups, if you'll say that on the show. Mm. And it is refreshing to see this show, again, why I will always prefer what they've done with the Amazon stuff versus the comics, because I feel like the critiques of comic books and the genre are still in this show, very much so.
Yeah.
But this is coming at an angle from love, and not, it is snarky, but it's not as it doesn't feel as snarky as the boys. I feel like
no, it's way more. Well, I think
it still has that biting satire.
I think the fact that it is centered around younger people.
Yes.
I think
that it's women. Quite honestly,
they smartly were like, "Hey, the boys is this tone. If we do this the same tone, it's going to be like, well, this is the same show." We need to have a different tone with this show, and it is more of a self-discovery, more of a heartfelt.
And, of course, the younger group of people, again, I made that joke a little bit ago, but the fact that they're women also shows that they don't do the typical, and I think that's also a critique on men and women and how we society has forced us to think. Like the crew and the boys, for a lot of it, they're doing some really nasty shit. They're not. I mean, Butcher is gonna be the villain, by the way, of the show at the end of the thing. That's where it's gonna go, and it doesn't feel that you feel like it's Miranda, right? Maria, I think it's Maria.
Marie Moreau. Who are you talking about?
The main character,
Marie Moreau.
Yeah, I think I love seeing her like truly shine. She gets a chance. Her and Cricket, I think, both really get chances to shine as heroes. And Jordan too, where Jordan like has that really important confession, like, no, I fucked up, Kate. That was me. And it was.
First of all 4 dicks belong to one dude.
And look how fast. Look at recent times. And I say this in fear of being censored, but look at how pertinent this show is compared to what happened in our real life. And look how quickly they took something and politicized it in real life. And look how they did it in this show and how eerily similar it is. And how quickly you can turn a killing, like when they talk about the Starlighter that they said attacked her and was killed. How easily you can politicize a death.
Well,
and how easily you can weaponize a death to your political views. Yeah. Hold on. 1 second. That's just the most generic way I could put it. It's like you'll see, this show has done it. Like The Boys did it when the stuff was happening with Stormfront, like the second season, I think. And that dude shot the gas store clerk. Like, so it's not uncommon in the show, and it's not uncommon in our current times. Just where we're at.
And before we close out, let's talk about Horst Wessel.
Because we're not history lesson.
We're not going to talk about what
you
recently
think
happened.
Who you think we would talk about?
Yeah, but we kind of are.
In a way.
This guy, Horst Wessel, was killed in 1930 by a communist in Germany, and he wasn't really anything until Hitler came to power in 1933, and a poem that he penned became the national anthem of the Nazi Party. Again, he was used as a martyr. He did more for them than dead than he ever did alive.
Yeah.
And that is very reminiscent of something that happened very recently in our times where somebody was martyred. And whether you like it or not, the current administration is trying to foment civil unrest so that they can declare martial law.
You have a president openly saying that he wanted to turn the military in front of generals. He wanted to turn the military on democratic cities, on his own citizens.
Yeah. Yes.
It's almost like we've been trying to fucking warn you about this for a long
It's almost like they published a fucking thing called Project 2025 that told you.
But
why are we yelling at our listeners? Our listeners don't believe in this shit.
No.
Sorry, guys. Unless you do, then fuck you.
So, yeah.
So on a positive note.
Is there
No, I was going to say let's talk about something else before we go.
Oh, no, yeah. We're going to be back to doing books next week. We're going to do something interesting. So we're definitely going to talk about Absolute Wonder Woman number 12.
Yes.
But it's been one full year of us talking about that book, and I kind of want to just give our overall thoughts 1 year into the series and what we've thought
we'll
of
do a quick overview of the last year of the...
Because eventually,
the first year of the Absolute Trinity.
I don't think I've read Batman number 12 yet.
I don't think we have it yet. I think it's coming out tomorrow.
I thought it was didn't that come out before Wonder Woman? Did it get delayed?
I don't remember when.
Point is, when we get 12...
We just read Superman 11.
Yeah.
And I believe the last Batman we read was 11.
Yeah, but I thought Batman was first. It must have got delayed or something. I don't know. Point is, once we get to 12 and Batman, we'll do the same. We'll kind of do like our overall retrospective of the year for those books because I you and I were kind of talking about it. I think you and I are probably in the same boat. I think Absolute Wonder Woman might be the best of the bunch, but we'll see.
And truth to tell, out of the second wave, the only one that we're still reading is Martian Manhunter. I've been really into I'm tired of the Flash. I'm tired of the Green Lantern.
I will say that one is we'll see how we feel about Absolute Batman because I've seen some images of what he's doing with Joker and I'm like, that's a choice.
Well, the art in Martian Manhunter is so gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
That no matter what's been going on in the
But now we're getting in Dark Side and shit.
Truth to tell, I am always a fan of stories that deal with mental, what's real and what's not, right? And again, one of the things I think that benefits both you and I with the Absolute Wonder Woman and the Absolute Martian Manhunter is that neither one of us are big enough fans of either of those characters' normal
right. Whereas
regular continuity.
Green Lantern, we have a bit of a stronger.
We both
opinion.
read Batman and Superman books, plenty of them, right?
Yeah.
We've never really read Wonder Woman books. We've never really read Martian Manhunter books. I don't even know if there is one, but
not right now. I think Absolute Man is probably.
But that's the thing, is why these two books hit so well for us. I think is because there's. We'll get into it next week, but I think because there's nothing like the Green Lantern and Flash took so long to get where the fuck they were supposed to be going. In fact, Flash started off hot and then cooled way the fuck down. Green Lantern took 6 issues to get to where the fuck it was supposed to go, and after that it was like, I don't care anymore. The Manhunter, we've never read any Manhunter books, so we can't sit there and go, well, this is stupid, like we could with the Flash and Green Lantern. So it'll be interesting to talk about, and I think we can talk about the second wave too, because it's been about, it's been 6 months for those, and talk about how they've kind of missed. Why is it that the first 3 have hit so hard, and the other 3 have, for us, really missed? And we'll talk about that next week. In addition to another episode of Peacemaker and Gen V.
What I was going to say earlier, and I forgot. I was saying, like, I had some I will say, as I mentioned it before.
You better say.
The popularity of Superman has made DC relevant again. So I'm having more conversations about the DC universe. And I have a pretty extensive knowledge.
Where?
Of the DC, just amongst friends. Like, who's this character? What's this?
I don't have any friends.
What are our friends, really? Anyway, I was saying I was going to put my money where my mouth is because I've never actually read the Grant Morrison JLA run from the 90s. So I managed to find...
I don't think I ever have either.
I've managed to find the first 2 trades of it. So I haven't cracked them open yet, or not very, very much. I think I got like the first volume is like 9 issues. I read maybe the first one.
Who's the artist?
Oh, I don't have it in front of me, but it's very 90s looking. But I will say this: I really enjoy the way that Grant Morrison writes comic books because I think he does a really, really good job with pace and really knows how to get to the action and get the story moving in those 22 pages. I respect it.
I'm super happy for you.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if I really like it.
We will, won't we?
Because for a lot of people,
won't we?
For a lot of people, that JLA run is pretty definitive and reestablished.
Justice League International, James DeMatteis, Keith Giffen, Kevin McGuire.
Understanding
That's the only Justice League I will ever stand in my life.
So this JLA...
The new 52 JLA can go to hell. What?
JLA, I'm pretty sure this one I'm reading is post-crisis?
It has to be.
Post-crisis is when he took over.
84, 85 was... No, he took over after
97.
the Justice League International run.
Morrison took
So
over.
what... Oh, yeah. Well after. Because that started in the 80s, and it went through, and somewhere in there, they started a Justice League Europe book, which was not bad, but it was just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Justice League Europe. I'm Grant Morrison. He's they are Scottish. Grant Morrison.
And but it became
like how you just like shut the
it became this whole thing, and like one of the things that the JLI run with Kevin McGuire and DeMatteis and Giffen is so good. I don't know. Is so good. One of the reasons why it's so fondly remembered is it has a lot. Guy Gardner really came into his own as a character during that run, but also Lobo became the character that we love today in that series.
So
before he was just a dude in a orange suit.
So in this particular Justice League lineup, this book that I'm reading, it is Kyle Rayner as Green Lantern, Wally West Flash, Batman, Mullet Superman, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, and then like random characters throughout. But I haven't actually had a chance to fully read it. But I'm interested to read it.
So okay, so that's an interesting lineup. We'll talk about that next week. Yeah, we're.
He's gonna brush past that. All right.
No, you're gonna edit that crap.
No, I'm keeping it all.
All right, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Fuck it. I don't give a shit about you. I don't give a shit about anything. Don't be sad.
No, you're supposed to cry.
I'm not fucking crying.
That's toxic.
Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.